Hiya Toys' brand new Kong figure may just be my new favorite Godzilla figure in my entire collection. Before we get into the review, you know the drill. I gotta give a quick shout out to Toys for providing me this figure to review for you all. I say this in every video, but it's the truth. They are the best place to go to if you want anything SH Monster Arts or Hiya Toys, so use my code at checkout if you are interested and decide to check them out. The box is nothing special, just an image of the prototype on the front with some Kong text on the side. I don't want to look at no box. I want to get the figure out here. It feels like we've been waiting forever for an actual accurate Kong figure. Every other figure has just been ass. I'm pleased to report this is not ass. Why has it taken us this long to get an actual good Kong figure? The first thing that catches my eye, no pun intended, are the glass eyes. They are so beautiful looking, but there's a lot to unpack here, so let's just get it under proper lighting and take a closer look. I cannot believe that this is only a $50 figure at retail. The figure looks and feels so premium, all the fur is superbly sculpted, and the joints are hidden exceptionally well. Some notable things about this sculpt are the scars on Kong's chest. They're blended into the paint super well, and I'm just so happy with how this fur looks. Everything is just so nice looking. They didn't even cheap out on the scar on the back. I'm happy they included it, and obviously I'm happy that they put in the effort with that. Every single company has been struggling with getting Kong looking like Kong in every figure, but not Hiya. This is Kong to a T, and those glass eyes are honestly the highlight of the figure for me. They are so gorgeous looking. Of course, they carry over into the two alternate head sculpts, and I really like this one. I can actually remember Kong making this face several times throughout the Monsterverse, so I'm happy they did this head and not just neutral and roaring and skipping over the growling one. But speaking of roaring, this one looks so good. All right, if I could say one thing, just one, it's just I don't like how his jaw kind of leans off to the side. Maybe that's just my copy and it's just a defect, but I don't mind it too much. I like the later edition of the silver tooth, and I think the paint on the mouth in general is really impressive. The tongue does not move, although I really wish it did. But let's move on from alternate head sculpts to alternate hands. You get a nice selection, really all the hands you would ever need. You have grabby hands installed straight out of the box. Obviously this is for the battle axe, and it's not too difficult to get the axe in the hands. You do have to stretch out the fingers a little bit, but it's really no big deal. They look fine, they get the job done. Probably my favorite pair are these lashing out hands. They're perfect if you want to get a little more dynamic, a little more expressive with your posing. I do really enjoy them. Of course, his right hand is going to be that battle damage frostbite hand from when he first encountered Shimo. The battle damage details are really well done, and I'm happy that they included this little bonus accessory. I heard some people say that they wish it was just two normal alternate hands and no battle damage, but I really don't mind it. Obviously, you're going to get some fists, nothing crazy. I mean, they kind of got to include these. How could you not with a gorilla? How are you going to have him beating his chest and all that? And finally, you get these knuckle standing hands. I don't really know what you would call these, but they're perfect for making Kong actually stand on his hands like a monkey. I'm glad that this is now a staple with Kong figures. I know NECA, I think, didn't really give their Kongs these hands, and I think they're a necessity. Finally, we get to talk about another highlight of this release for me, the battle axe. It is really a work of art. Look at the translucent effect on the blade. It really shines when you get it in some proper lighting. It feels like almost every company, even Hiya at some point, would cheap out on the battle axe, but they didn't this time. The translucent orange bone is so nice looking, and it blends in with the paint super well. I couldn't be happier with this axe. It puts the SH Monster Arts one to shame. Speaking of putting SHMA to shame, I was really worried that this figure wasn't going to even come close to the SH Monster Arts Kong's posability, but I'm happy to report that it's just about there. I mean, I wouldn't say it's more or less posable. I think they're on the same level. A highlight for me are the wrists on the double ball joint. It really comes in handy when posing, and the torso articulation is phenomenal with this guy. I'm actually surprised with the range you can get out of it. One thing that disappointed me just a little was the legs. You can't really put them in much to have him stand a little normally. It's like he's always got to be in a battle-ready football player-like stance. But to be honest, that's the stance I mostly put him in anyway, so I really can't complain. This figure is honestly a 9.9 out of 10 for me. You guys have got to get this figure. I think it is a necessity for any Monsterverse display. This is just a perfect Kong. I've been really hyped for this release ever since I saw the prototype for it at one of those conventions or toy fairs or whatever, and I was so hyped ever since I saw that, and I'm happy to say that it lived up to the hype for me. I'm so happy I got this from Toys. Just to make sure I cover everything for you guys, this is a Hiya figure, so swapping out the hands can be a bit of a pain in the ass. I feel like I said ass a lot this video, and as with most Hiya figures, they are a little stiff out of the box. A little post-session buttered up the joints nice for me, but you might have to heat it up straight out of the box, but it's really not that big of a deal. Another thing I heard was a scale issue with Godzilla. Some people said Kong is too big, but I honestly think Godzilla is too small. He scales perfectly with the 2021 or pre-evolved Godzilla, but the Godzilla evolved, Hiya made a little smaller, and I think that's their bad because that's why Kong may look a little massive in some of these shots. So overall, overall, should you get this guy? Yes, don't even think about it. There's nothing to contemplate. You need this figure. It comes with just the right amount of accessories, a perfect accurate battle axe, some great head sculpts, great articulation. I love this figure. As you can see, he looks great on the shelf. He fits right in. And if I convinced you, I urge you to go to Hiya Toys, get your Kong nice and fast, and use my code at checkout to save. And I will see you in the next one.